Welcome back, crew. Today I've got a fun one. What was the first RPG you played? The one that got you into the hobby, got you excited about picking your party, picking the different equipment they use, and exploring the story and the world? What's that one that has really brought you into everything? Whether it be a video game, a tabletop RPG, or even an old school choose your adventure. What's the thing that got you so excited that you became an RPG player and look for more and more new games to scratch that itch? The reason I'm asking is today, the very first RPG I ever played just re-released with a little bit of a remake, Super Mario RPG. It's the one that transitioned my whole outlook on gaming. Before that, I was usually playing mostly platformers or fighting games, but 6-year-old Tegan loved Mario, and this one was at Blockbuster, old school, really dated myself. I rented it, and this I was a little thrown off, but the more I played, the more I loved it. And it's spawned from Mario to Chrono Trigger to eventually Final Fantasy VII, and then backwards to 6. It became one of my premier hobbies, mostly for the longest time with video games until I got into college and some friends introduced me to tabletop RPGs. But I think it's just a cool thing. I feel like everybody has a little bit of a different gateway into the hobby with just so many different avenues. And whether with those three, and some people nowadays are kind of coming in from actual plays and live streams with Critical Roles, not another D&D podcast, D20, all the big guys, bringing more and more people in the RPG and tabletop RPG hobbies, which is just a really cool thing. And I always love hearing people's journeys in. Because for me, it was all the way back in '96 with me going to Blockbuster and renting Super Mario RPG. It was one of those ones that's completely different from something I played before. The gameplay isn't too crazy, like it's not too complicated, but it was kind of that perfect introduction into RPGs. It really got me focusing on stats and how to do different things, and kind of built in my initial love for RPGs that transitioned throughout the 2 or 3 decades since, into where this channel is. If I didn't play Super Mario RPG back in the day, I probably would have gotten to another RPG, but I may not have, and we may not have gotten into tabletop RPGs and all the cool things that come along with it. So down in the comments, let me know what your first RPG is. And then definitely today I'm going to be going through and doing a live play of the Super Mario RPG, going through and kind of reliving my childhood a bit and seeing all the cool new things they've added into it. So definitely check me out on Twitch. I'll throw a link in there. But yeah, I'm really curious to kind of hear what everybody's experience was with the hobby and kind of what brought them into tabletop RPG or just RPGs in general. And kind of with that too, while Super Mario RPG was my first video game RPG, I was trying to go back and think which I played first. I got into our tabletop RPGs in college, and I don't know if I played Pathfinder 1E or D&D 3.5. I was a much more casual player in college. Had to build my character using the GM's book at the table. So I can't remember. I played both of them. They're kind of similar back then, I'll say. And I couldn't tell you which was the first, but definitely loved it. They were kind of my gateway to being able to build your own story at the table, working collaboratively with your friends and coming out with something brand new that isn't plotted along the same course like a video game is. Because no matter how much freedom they give you in a video game, think of Skyrim, Fallout, a lot of the big open world games, it's still always going to have a sense of rails. Where when you get to a table, your friends around, you start rolling dice, it's truly anything can happen. So it's just really one of those things that I think kind of transcends a little bit. So I was just really cool to kind of think about what my progression was into the RPG hobby as a whole. And I'm definitely looking forward to reliving some memories with Super Mario RPG this afternoon. But yeah, sound off in the comments. I want to know what game it was, kind of what hyped you up about it, and just kind of what brought you into the RPG hobbies, whether you started with video games, choose your own adventures, watching the live actual plays. I just want to kind of see everyone's pathway into it. But with that, wanted to give a couple shout outs. So this month, as you saw, there was no game of the month. Unfortunately, work has been a little crazy lately, so I haven't had as much free time. But luckily, I am on PTO the next week, so we're going to be diving into a couple different games. First one behind me, I got my new remaster copy of Pathfinder 2E. Got a cool sketch copy too. Tomorrow, we're going to be diving into some of the remaster changes, so keep an eye out for that. As well as this weekend, we're going to be going through and building a Pathfinder 2E monster, kind of showing that off a little bit. Speaking of Pathfinder 2E, if you're interested in playing a live actual play, we are going to be doing one November 30th, this that upcoming Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. There's going to be a forum below. If you're interested, go fill that out. I'll be reaching out to people who will fill that out to see if they're interested in playing, kind of see if we jive on that side. Because this is a one shot, but we're going to be doing a live stream campaign in my homebrew world of Kazuya Pathfinder 2E, now that the remake is out, is starting at the beginning of next year. And I'm looking for new players on that side too. So definitely fill that out if you're interested and kind of see how we jive and potentially you can be in one the one shot in the campaign maybe as well. But stay tuned for that. We're gonna be doing some Worlds Without Number content this month as well. And some other cool things to come. But yeah, definitely let me know what your first RPG was. Like I am super stoked to dive back into the world of Super Mario RPG and relive my childhood a bit. And I kind of want to see what that gateway was for all of you. So like, subscribe, shout out that first RPG, and stay tuned for some more. Till next time, folks.